the spotlight, they rise to fame. Finest fellas, remember the name. Guitars blazing, they rock the scene. Streaming glory, living the dream. Charging up, can't bring us down. In the chaos, we're ruling this town. Raise the horns, it's showtime now. Finest fellas will take the bow. With metal hearts, we'll never yield. In the virtual arena, we own the field. We own the field. People tune in, watching the fight. Their energy streams igniting the night. With every riff, the crowd goes wild. Finest fellas, forever a child. With sweat on our brows, we won't back off. Together we rise, we'll never stop. Raise the horns, it's showtime now. Finest fellas will take the bow. With metal hearts, we'll never yield. In the virtual arena, we own the field. We own the field. In this realm, we reign supreme. Finest fellas, living the dream. Raise the horns, it's showtime now. Finest fellas will take a bow. With metal hearts, we'll never yield. In the virtual arena, we own the field. People tune in, watching the fight. Their energy streams igniting the night. With every riff, the crowd goes wild. Finest fellas, forever a child. With sweat on our brows, we won't back off. Together we rise, we'll never stop. Raise the horns, it's showtime now. Finest fellas will take a bow. With metal hearts, we'll never yield. In the virtual arena, we own the field. In the virtual arena, we own the field. In the virtual arena, we own the field. In this realm, we reign supreme. Finest fellas, living the dream. In this realm, we reign supreme. Finest fellas, living the dream. In the spotlight, they rise to fame. Finest fellas, remember the name. Guitars blazing, they rock the scene. Streaming glory, living the dream. Charging up, can't bring us down. In the chaos, we're ruling this town. Raise the horns, it's showtime now. Finest fellas will take the bow. With metal hearts, we'll never yield. In the virtual arena, we own the field. We own the field. People tune in, watching the fight. Their energy streams igniting the night. With every riff, the crowd goes wild. Finest fellas, forever a child. With sweat.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How's everyone doing tonight? Finest fellas here. Welcome to another live stream on the channel. I am continuing my work on the Leviathan Box. As you can see, well, maybe not. I have 20 termagants all purpled up. And I'm gonna just bring them all in a nice little pile here so you can see. Move my tools to one side. Need to get a proper tub for those at some point. There you go. 20 little termagants all purpled up. Now, the purple is not finished. I need to apply dry brushing and scorch marks on their backs. But today, guys, I'm going to be doing all the black bits. And depending how long that takes, I will then go on to doing the bases for these guys. So, yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm not entirely sure how I want to approach doing the bases on these. If I'm just going to glue them down as is and then do the base, or take them off, do the base, then glue them on. I'm not 100% sure just yet. Cobalt, what's going on, my dude? No beard, no beard, no beard. Yeah, no, I got rid of it a few days ago. Although it is definitely coming back with a vengeance, because it is stubbly and scratchy and prickly as all hell right now. So, good times all around. Makes you look 10 years younger, hell yeah. Right, so, I need Black Legion. I should have it over here somewhere. That's Basilicanum, that's Black Templar, that's Black Templar. This is Black Legion, but I should have an open Black Legion here somewhere. Stark Angel's green, shish purple. Is it Black Legion or is it Black Templar I need to be using? Let me check my reference guide. Pretty sure it's Black Legion. Nope, it's Black Templar. So put that back. I need to go get my Templar. Is this my open Black Templar? I believe it is. Righty-ho then. So what you been up to, Cobalt? What have you been doing with your day? I'm just going to mix up my Black Legion on the Vortex mixer real quick. And then we're going to get going. So yeah, with the Black Templar, what I'm going to be doing is all the hooves, the teeth, the claws, all the spiky bits. There we go. See if I can angle that camera slightly. And let's get stuck in. Now hopefully we can do this today without spilling any bloody paints. That'd be nice. Not much work and Minecraft with the boys. Very nice. Very, very nice. It sounds nice and chill, that does. I think this brush might be a bit too big for what I'm trying to do today. It's the one with the best point on it, though, so that's way too much of my brush. Let's just crack on, shall we? Let's see if we can get a nice camera angle going. Yeah, might need a slightly smaller brush than this. I've just noticed I've actually missed one of the previous stages real quick that I was sorting out here. One of these sore bits. Right in there. Isn't it annoying when you find a bit you've missed? I also realized I missed these. Veiny bits on the gun. So I'll have to do that with every single gaunt because I'm pretty sure I missed it on all of them. April, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna need a slightly smaller brush than this one. As he nudges his fucking desk. This is a Citadel brush. I tend not to use Citadel brushes, but that's one I've got. What is this? Starter brush. Fuck it. This will be broken in like a couple of uses, so I might as well just get rid of it. Not the biggest fan of Citadel brushes, but why not? It'll serve a purpose. Alright, do the hooves. No, I've got to be careful here because there's some squishy bits. I come down here, so if I try and trace along the hoof. Let me sort my camera. Is that better? I wonder. Might as well just do that whole bit there. And I'm just going to keep nudging this phone, I think, at this angle. I'm just going to move it out my way slightly. Nice. Okay. On to the next claws and hooves. How you doing today, April? You alright? What you been up to? That's way too much on my brush. Hey, Cobalt, was it you in the Discord that said you were getting the starter kit for the Space Marines and stuff in the Discord, or was that somebody else? Will you expand this to a full army? Thing is, Cobalt, I don't really collect armies, quote unquote, right? Because I don't really play Warhammer. I just enjoy painting it. But if there was a faction I'd consider doing an army for, then Tyrandis is definitely one of the top ones for sure, because I love the lore for the Tyrandis. I love their models. And yeah, they're a bit of a bitch to paint, but it's not the end of the world. So, short answer, no, because I don't really collect armies. But long answer, yes. Good, probably about to do art, I don't know yet. What about me? Oh, I've not been up too much, April. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule again, but I'm struggling to do so, which is why I'm extremely low energy today, guys. So you'll have to forgive my low energy. I'll be honest though, if I was able to get into the Warhammer store on a regular basis, to be able to play games and stuff, I think the 3 factions I would collect armies for would be the Tyranids, the Imperial Guards to modernize my guard, and the Space Marines, because I like all 3 of those factions. No, it wasn't you getting the starter kit. Ah, okay, dude. My mistake. What's going on, Frankie? Welcome, welcome. How you doing, mate? True, I don't really play. I just like the models and building armies. That's fair, dude. That's fair. I mean, if my funding wasn't such an issue, then yeah, I'd probably go out and buy all the models I needed for an army, but my hobbying budget is very limited. So, unfortunately, I have to be very select about the models I do buy to paint. I think this music is not helping. I think this music is actually helping put me to sleep. I can feel myself getting more tired with that music. Right, let me go change that music, because that is not helping. Stop it. You like the calm music? I usually do as well, buddy, but I am so tired that it's genuinely putting me to sleep. It is putting me to sleep. The problem is you've got to find copyright-free music. This is royalty free. Let's see what this is like. Howdy, folks. But yeah, hey, Frankie, what's going on, my dude? I built an army of medieval Lego men. Yes! I'd love to be able to collect Lego armies, dude. That'd be sick. I'm bored at work, trying not to go snack. Help distract me, please. I'll do my best, Frankie. I'll do my utmost best, my guy. But there is no promises. What is it you do for work, Frankie, if you don't mind me asking? You don't have to answer. It's perfectly fine if you do not wish to share. Are you a gigolo? Is it just me, or is that very loud? Is that loud? I'm a mechanic. I usually fix cars, but today I'm holding this chair in place. Yes. Good man. I think the music's a tad loud for me, but you guys will have to let me know what it's like on the stream. Mech boy. You are indeed a mech boy, my dude. You're currently building your own war game. That's awesome, man. I want to build my own war game one day, but unfortunately for that, I need to get into 3D sculpting. I need to be able to build a lore. And then obviously miniature printing. I'd need to try and collaborate with someone to be able to do my artwork for me. Unit cards, etc. So I've got a lot to learn before I can make my own war game. Involving mechs. Ooh. That's curious. Involving mechs. Huh. That's kind of cool. My eyes are getting sleepy. Alright, mate. No worries, Cobalt. See you in a bit, man. Coffee is just not doing it for me today. See, the problem is if I have my camera like that, I can't see what I'm doing. How about that? Can everyone see that? I can never get a perfect camera angle. Okay, so it took how long for that Citadel brush to split? Less than 1 miniature? Have you got any other black bits on you? Not that I can see. That's 1 down, 19 to go. Frankie's saying that's not bad. Yeah, I can never get the perfect angle, though. Because, unfortunately, my phone ends up getting in the way of my hands when I'm trying to paint. Which is incredibly annoying. So I can't give you the proper view that Chaplin gives you, I'm afraid. Got his claw back here. Just curious, what are your favorite movies and shows? So I'm a big sci-fi nerd. I enjoy my sci-fis. Anything with science fiction or superheroes, that sort of thing. Those are usually my go-to, which is why I'm incredibly unpopular with the women. What else is there? I don't know. I watch a lot of things, really. Anything video game related. That sort of thing. I've recently started watching animes. And they're alright. I think the Isekai one is definitely my favorite. As far as genres go. But yeah, I didn't grow up watching animes. So a friend of mine recently got me into them. I'm very thankful for that because there's some really good stories. But that sort of thing, bud. Which is why I am a single Pringle. British women don't tend to enjoy nerds. Nice. I like westerns, medieval fantasy. Yeah, westerns, medieval fantasy, they're all good too. I grew up watching Clint Eastwood and John Wayne. My grandmother was very selective about what she'd let me watch in the house, and John Wayne and Clint Eastwood was one of the few things I was allowed to watch. Is the music too loud for you guys? I grew up on the age of batshit crazy anime. Hell yeah, dude. Just let me know if that music's too loud. What happened to the camera? Hang on. That was weird. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Right, no more feedback. Sorted. Yeah, it went super zoomed in for a second, didn't it? It was bizarre. At Starties, what's going on? Welcome. Akira was my first anime. Talk about setting a high bar. Akira. I don't know if I've seen that one. I've seen so many at this point, I don't remember all their names. I've caught up really quickly, I'd like to say. Considering I'd never watched them before. If the camera's super zoomed in. Should I try and zoom it out a bit more? I don't know why it zoomed in all of a sudden. Right, this guy's got all his teeth closed, so this will be interesting. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to quickly do all those bits on the guns because my mix here is drying up in this heat. So let me quickly just go and fill in... That's way too much. All these bits I missed. Akira is benchmark for quality. They did Disney level frame rate in the 80s. I don't think I've seen it. I'll tell you what though, an anime I've just finished recently watching is the one called That One Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Just finished watching that, and I thought it was really good actually. Lord Arimaru. I quite liked it. No worries, Cobalt. You do your thing, man. Yeah, I think I might need to zoom the camera out. I don't know why it's all the way zoomed in like this. You guys give me just a couple of minutes and I'll try and zoom it out for you. Well, made a mess there. Whoops. Let's see. Everyone has been talking about that one. Really popular. I like it. Or Shangri-La Frontier. Shangri-La's really good. Yeah, if the music's too loud, guys, please let me know. Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga and Gate have been recommended to me recently. Vinland Saga, I've seen that one. Like, I've not watched it, but I've seen it on the lists. We have Mighty Spatula. Thank you for the sub, my dude. Welcome to the stream. How are you? That looks awesome. You're doing a hell of a job. My Tyranids are still grey. No worries, man. Thanks for the appreciation, my guy. Yeah, on my Leviathan box. It's been sat on my shelf for 3 years. Or for however long Leviathan's been out for. It's been sat on my shelf. So, I've just recently done a Space Marine, 2 Space Marine combat patrols I've managed to finish off. So, I thought the next big thing is I'll crack into my Leviathan. I think I need to zoom the camera out. Okay. It's either 1.5 or it's 0. So I don't know, guys. I don't know why it zoomed in the first place. It's beyond me. I hate this phone stand, I really do. How's that looking? That is still way out of frame. That's better. So yeah, like I was saying, I've just finished off 2 Space Marine combat patrols, so I figured I would do something else. I'd open up my Leviathan box and get some Tyranids done, before then jumping on to the Space Marine half. I'm sure by the time I've finished all these gaunts and stuff, and all the other bits and bobs in the Leviathan box, I'll be so happy to paint a Space Marine again. Until then, no? Hang on, guys. I'll get to the chat in just 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to finish this last guy's gun. I'll be right with you. Right. Alright, chat, I'm all yours. What we saying? We got Malgon2169. Hello, I'm new to the hobby. Could you tell me, are you black or white base coat team, and why? I'm not really part of that whole discussion, black or white base coat. Like, I think you should prime in whatever color you want. If you want brighter, more vibrant colors, prime white. If you want grim dark and more, you know, darker toned miniatures, prime black. Just makes sense. I'm not really one of those guys that participates in the whole this, that, and the other discussion. I'm just super realistic. It's like, I like brighter colors, so more often than not, I prime in white. But if I am doing something like super grimdark or something like that, or where the tone really fits it, I'll prime black. That's just me. Have you got any tips for painting a knight? Patience. I have never painted a knight, but patience would be my guess. Got a buddy of mine who's painting a Titan at the moment, and I do not envy him the task of painting his Titan. Alright, we're back on this dude. Now, I'm going to switch over to this really tiny brush for the teeth, because I don't want to spill over it and hit any of the other bits. Yeah, if you're painting a knight, all I can say is patience. What color scheme are you going for on your knight? Smeg. Mess that up, didn't I? I think it's because I'm really tired today why I'm making so many mistakes. Oh, Frankie's answering for you. There you go. I don't prime in grey. Either I want very bright miniatures or I want very dark miniatures. I don't do grey. When I get into a project, I know exactly what I'm going for. So I prime white or black personally. That's just me. You got 9 knights. Holy crap, dude. You got 9 knights. That's insane. And I want to paint them in the Mechanicus theme. Ooh. So like lots of reds, bronzish colors and stuff like that, yeah? It's kind of what you're going for. Unfortunately, my guy, I'm still somewhat of a rookie painter myself. But my guy Frankie here and some of the others in the chat are far better painters than me. So I'm hoping they might be a little bit more help for you. I mean, I try my best to get a good standard that I'm comfortable with, but these guys in the chat are far better than me. Painting like that and saying you're a rookie is wild. You have a whole setup to... Well, to be fair, my guy, I mean, I may have all this stuff, but I bought all this stuff over time when I wasn't even doing the hobby. I knew one day I wanted to get into the hobby properly, but, you know, my kid was too young, and I wasn't fully invested in painting, so I collected all the shit over time and left it alone on a desk. And then my kid became a lot more independent as she got a little bit older, and I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm gonna get out some of my old boxes, take a look at what I've collected and what I want to try and paint, and take it from there. And I did. And then I just got really addicted to painting again. So I'd say I've been, this time around, doing the hobby, I'd say I've been active for a couple of months now, since maybe January, February time. It was after my birthday, so it would have been the beginning of February. This year. This time around doing the hobby. But I'll tell you what though, dude. My mentality for painting was always terrible. Like, I was like 20 years old, 19 or 20 years old when I got my Dark Vengeance kit. First ever introduction to the hobby, and I didn't know anything about painting. I was like, I just used paint straight out in the tub. I didn't know about thinning or priming or any of that crap, and that's what I used to paint. These little dudes, right? As you can see, it's really gross, really yucky, and it was not a great job back in the day. But since February, right, since February, I said to myself, I'm going to try and sit down and I'm going to try and develop my paint skills. I'm really going to try and give it a proper go this time. So I've gone from painting those Marines to painting this sort of Marine. And I think with applying myself properly, being patient, taking the time, I'm definitely developing my skills, but I am still very much a rookie. Very much a rookie. Like, there's a lot of techniques I still need to get the grasp of. For example, blending. I really need to try and do some blending properly. I'd say my dry brushing's fine. Edge highlighting. I really need to do proper edge highlighting, because that's something I haven't really done yet. Battle damage is something I haven't really attempted yet. What else is there? Skin tones. I suck at skin tones. So that's something I've also got to practice. Yeah, you know, I'm still very much a rookie painter. The only reason I have all this stuff is because I collected it over years. My preference is grey. You can try all three to see what works for you. Exactly! To be fair, there's no right or wrong way to do your models. At the end of the day, guys, they're your toy soldiers. You prime them however you want to, you paint them however you want to. They're your toys. You can do what you want with them. Like I said, personally, I just don't do gray, because I like mine lighter or darker. But somebody else, for example, like Cobalt or Frankie there, might swear by gray, and that's totally fine. And that's the best thing about being an adult, is you can just have your own preferences, your own opinions, and agree to disagree. This is like watching Bob Ross, but with stuff that's fun. No way did I just get compared to Bob Ross. Oh, mate. If you think I'm Bob Ross, let me refer you to a friend of mine. He is also a painter and a YouTuber, and in fact, he is the guy that inspired me to start doing painting on camera. His name's Chaplain JC. If you think I'm a Bob Ross, go watch him. He is far more entertaining than I am. I'm not sure if he's still working on it, but the last project he was working on was Gaunt's, the same as me, but he was working on Hive Fleet Behemoth. And I won't lie, I'm not blowing smoke up his arse or anything like that, but his Behemoth miniatures are solid. Absolutely solid. Chaplain JC, you should check him out if you think I'm Bob Ross. Do you know one accent I wish I could really pull off? David Attenborough. If anyone knows who that is. I wish I could do a David Attenborough, so I could be sat here doing my painting sounding like David Attenborough. That'd be so fun. But unfortunately, my impression of him is absolutely terrible. Phantom of Norwich! Mimi! Hi! Alright, Mimi. How you doing? We're still working on the space bugs, Mimi. How's your day going? What you been up to? There we go. I'm not going to jinx it by saying I can't believe I haven't hit the fleshy bits yet, because I know I'm just going to slip and hit all the fleshy bits one of these moments. So the thing I think about my painting is I'm just taking my time. What do I keep touching here that's sticky? I'm just taking my time. I'm just going slow. I'm not rushing it. I'm trying to get a good result, you know? I'm scared to paint a knight and mess it up. The librarian is dope. Great character. Yes, Chief Librarian Tigerius. The thing is though, dude, right? Mighty Spatula. Can I just call you Spatula? That'd be so much easier. So, the thing is about painting, mate. You're gonna make mistakes. And hopefully, you will learn from those mistakes. Like, I've made so many mistakes. Like, on some of these Gaunts, I was maybe a bit too heavy on the skin wash. You know, where it's maybe a bit too purple on the skin in places. That's a mistake I've made. You know, and you're gonna make mistakes. The thing is, you just learn from your mistakes. And depending what the mistake is, you can also learn from that mistake on that model and then correct that mistake. You know, a lot of the mistakes made can usually be corrected or covered up. It's a bit of a process, but it can be done. Not that I'm a professional by any stretch of the word. I'm gonna have to hold this model to the side once I'm done with him, because I've noticed that the wash didn't actually cover the bits I wanted to on this guy. So I am just gonna have to go back over him with a wash, I think. Later on, once we've done all these black bits. There's got to be an AI voice filter for him. Oh, mate, there's got to be, but that'd be so sick. Finest fellas sounding like David Attenborough as he paints miniatures. Unfortunately, the camera angles aren't great. They are the way they are so that they're not in my... the phone isn't in my way when I'm trying to paint. Unfortunately, guys. It is just the way it is. Cobalt, really? It's just all over the place, is it? I screwed up my first entire army of Templars, and I'm now repainting. It is fine, and I'm much better now. Exactly, there you go. I'm going to take off, but keep YouTube running for the algorithm. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Thank you for dropping by, and thanks for the sub. I'll see you next time. I was about to say, did the YouTube music just stop? But no, it's switching tracks. Which is absolutely fine. See, for me, the bastard here is doing all the teeth. Should I try and switch up the camera angle, or are you guys alright with that one? Camera works for me, but I'm on a phone. Big screen might matter more. Okay, everyone's fine with it. I will try and hold the miniature up from time to time so you guys can see what I'm working on. I understand it's not exact. I know you probably prefer something like that, but then if I try and paint, my brush is going to get in the way of my phone, and I'm just going to keep bashing it, sort of thing, you know? My sincerest apologies. Unless I try and zoom in from that angle. Should we try a zoom in? Shall we try the zoomies? Alright. He's going over there because he needs to get another wash. Ugh. stretch my legs. Oh, maybe I should stand up for a second. Hang on. Oh. I've been sat down for hours. I've got to try and stand up for a little bit. Oh. See if I can stretch my legs out here. Should we try a camera zoom, or are we alright with this zoom? Rogue hair on his hoof. I just got to try and get the back end of it. Nice. Cobalt saying, how do you balance streaming and painting? I'm trying to balance Warhammer, Airsoft, video games, working out, my war game, coding mods, and my book series, but it's a lot to keep in check. Well, I've got you beat on that, dude. I don't work out. I don't know if you can tell by my lack of muscles, but I don't work out. I don't have to worry about that. I used to play Airsoft years ago with my buddies in my mid-20s, but it's been a long time since I did Airsoft. So really the only things I do when I'm not with my daughter is the occasional bit of housework, video games, and then my hobbying. That's all I do when I'm not with my kid. Thing is though, if you've got such a busy life like you've just said, doing all those activities, it will be pretty hard for you to keep everything in check. You know, there's only so much time that you can put into hobbying with a busy life like that. And this hobby deceptively eats away at your time. Like, you'll sit down, you'll do a couple of bits of the process, and you'll be like, ah, I haven't done that much. What time is it? 10 hours later. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, it's just about prioritizing what you want to do, really. Like, I knew I wanted to do a lot of miniature painting, therefore I don't go to the gym when I probably should. Might actually find myself a girlfriend if I actually worked out a little bit. I don't go to the gym. I don't really go out much unless it's absolutely necessary. I'm either playing games or I'm hobbying. I play an obscene amount of video games. But I don't know, dude. It's just about prioritizing what you do with your time, really. I think is the big secret. I think the other thing is as well, I used to stream my video games almost every day over on Twitch, for example, over the last few years. And since I wanted to be able to do my hobbying and I still wanted to do my streams, I basically just stopped streaming video games and started streaming my painting. So even if there was nobody in the chat, I can still sit here and chill and do my hobbying. You know what I mean? Now, either the music finished or it's taking forever to switch track. I can't tell. No, it's the end of a track and it's just taking forever to get to the next one. Okay. So I can rank them, assign a certain... Yeah, I mean, it just depends on you, Cobalt. Like, if you've got a project that you really want to work on for your painting, just set aside some time, like maybe an hour or 2 hours every night, so you can just sit there and work on that project, bit by bit, as you go. Or maybe not every night, maybe every other night, you know? Take an hour or two just to sit down and do whatever painting you want to do. Hey, Lucky, what's going on, man? How many D6 dice should you order? My answer to that is yes. That many. Are you buying the Ultramarine special dice from... What's that website called? Is it Baron of Dice? Get yourself an Ultramarine themed set of dice. And when I have the money and I start playing the game, I'm definitely going to be buying themed dice for my armies. Ah, okay, I see. To be honest, mate, if you're, I'm not sure. I usually just borrow dice from my local Games Workshop. They usually just have a couple of buckets of dice that players can reach in, grab a handful, and use as many dice as they need for their games. So I tend not to buy my own dice. I will admit, though, when it comes to my own tabletop game, whenever I do get round to designing it, I want to make my own custom dice for my game, too. Your wargame uses 2 dice per player. That's not too many, is it? Keeps it nice and simple, that does. Is that part of the claw, or...? Let's see. Like Battletech, yeah. That sounds really cool, Cobalt. That sounds really cool. Although, I'm gonna have to ask for some forgiveness while I go and excuse myself for a minute. My eyes are extremely tired, and therefore they're not focusing on the model, so I'm just gonna go get my glasses, and I'll be right back. Won't be long. And we're typing nothing but ones in the chat. That's fun. What did I miss? Pretend nothing happens. I read the whole chat. Don't you worry, lads. There we go. My eye's focusing now. I guess we'll find out in a minute. Yeah, that's better. Sort of. Ugh, I guess my eyes are just really tired tonight, huh? Who typed the most ones then? Who won? Using glasses for miniature painting is like doping in sports. Well, considering I'm supposed to wear glasses on my day-to-day life, and the fact that my eyes are extraordinarily tired tonight because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule, I think I'm allowed to get away with glasses this evening. I am meant to wear these all the time, but I simply choose not to. I don't think they make me look particularly attractive, so I take them off. See, sometimes you see these bits on the bottom of the bases. Sometimes I appreciate that they put these extra bits on, but sometimes they're a real pain in the ass. Because I make my bases, and sometimes these little bits get in the way. I might just chop them off. Don't know yet. Painting your homebrew, hell yeah, dude. I love that homebrew of yours. What did I think of the Impulsor? I will have to go and refresh myself and take a look in just a second. I did look at it, I'm pretty sure, but I'll need to go and refresh myself and let you know in a second. Alright, mate? Alright, let me go have a look. Using glasses while painting is like putting petrol in a car for driving. It's not happening without it. Hey, thanks, Frankie. Us old men are gonna stick together, my dude. Right, let's go and have a look at this Impulsor. Like I said, I'm so sure I did look at it, because I try and react to as many of them as I can. Scrolling up a bit, scrolling up a bit, scrolling up a bit. There we go. Yes, that one. The one with the tiger stripes on it. Yeah, I like it, dude. I love it. I love the fact you got that massive sword on the front of the tank there. That massive sword. That's really cool. I like it, dude. I really like it. I love the tiger scheme. As I'm sure I've said before, it's unique. It's very unique, and I like it. I like unique styles that people take to their miniatures. Worrying about being attractive... Are you trying to say is unattractive? Mate, I have been single for 5 years. Okay? I know I'm a good-looking guy. And I'm very well aware of the fact that I am less attractive while wearing my glasses. Glasses off, I'm a good-looking guy. Glasses on, not so much. Is that part of the claw? I think it is. There's like this little bit at the back here. Well, like I said, I'm supposed to wear my glasses anyway, so... When I do wear my glasses, my eyes are so much more relaxed. So I don't have to properly squint at things to be able to have them more sharp in my eyes. Like, it's like on a camera, right? You know how sometimes it can be blurry and it's not in focus? That's a lot of things for me when I don't have my glasses on. Sometimes it's at a distance, sometimes it's up close, sometimes it just takes my eyes a few seconds to adjust. but a lot of the time, I'm usually okay as long as I've had enough sleep. I can get away with it, as long as I'm not looking at anything too far away. But on days like today, where I have not slept very well, and then attempting to fix my non-existent sleep schedule, my eyes are just not having it at any range. I really started to like using cardboard when painting. It has a texture to rest on. Yes. It's almost like a cushion for your elbows. Yes, indeedy. Cobalt saying test? What? What do you mean test? Are we still live? Are we still liquid? Hello? Hello? Oh, test on, not rest on. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man. I must have misread it. And that is the end of that audio track. So once I've done this claw, we'll go and try and find some more copyright-free music. Hopefully it won't take us too long to find something, because I've got my groove on right now. Right, let's see what we can find. Right, I'm gonna go hit the sack. Good luck painting your boogs. Alright, my dude. I'll see you in a bit, man. Take it easy, get some good rest. I'll see you next time. Let's just chuck some synthwave on. Synthwave's always a good bet, right? I think so. I think synthwave is always a solid bet. My eyes are doing that thing again where they're not focusing. I might just have to accept I'm too tired tonight. So Cobalt, what is next for your homebrew chapter? What have you got planned next for you tiger lads? So I feel like chatting about my homebrew while they dry. I use Black Templar Codex. And the Emperor's Champion model will have a leopard print instead of tiger stripes. Ooh. That's cool. I look forward to seeing that, man. Alright, Frankie, no worries, dude. Safe travels, my guy. So I had a thought about this this group of models, right? Like the other projects we've done on the camera, should I do a stream where I show how I base these guys, or should I do it off camera? I still need to buy and print some more, but right now I am repainting the models I have. You want me to do a stream of the basing? Alright. I'm not against it. I'm not against doing that. Yo, I'm the only one. It's alright, buddy. What you'll find a lot of the time is when you get into streaming this sort of thing, a lot of people have you on in the background and have you as background entertainment. It was the same with my games. When I used to stream my games, man, I was usually people's background entertainment. I really wanted to do a stream showing off the 1.0 release for Space Haven, but I haven't done a poll for it yet. I do need to do a poll to see what people think. Might not even be a stream, I might just do it as a video. You're painting right now as well? Ah. Do it as a video. We'll see. I'm still not entirely sure about the idea of bringing video games back to the channel, if I'm honest. These teeth are a right bugger. Not made any mistakes on them yet, but I just know it's going to be one of these models where my hand slips. I'll do like half the bloody face or the tongue or something in this black. Not made any mistakes on it yet though. Alright, how many have we done? We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 20. Do you want to know a secret? I paint tiger stripes to cover my mistakes. Oh, buddy. What mistakes do you be talking about? Your miniatures look awesome. Have you given any more thought into starting your own streams, by the way, Cobalt? So I know you said you were thinking about it. I'm doing a challenge where I paint this army with the cheapest and worst paints and it doesn't lay on the shoulders smoothly, so the tiger stripes cover it. I don't know about the streams yet. I need to get better at painting first. Dude, you've seen my painting. I'm not exactly a professional painter. I don't think it matters about your level of painting skill. I think it's about maybe just having fun, you know, being part of that painting community, being able to interact with other painters. Like, I think that's something that puts off a lot of people, is they think that they're not good enough at painting. You don't have to be an expert painter to do streams on it. mean, like I said, look at my stuff. I'm not exactly an expert painter, but I'm having fun. I'm just chilling out with people. Chilling out, relaxing, acting all cool, and shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight, my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle to Bel Air." Oh, it was a great TV show back in the day. Nothing beats the classics. And another one. I am impressed with how decent I got these cheap 50 cents paints to look. Exactly. Be proud of your work, sir. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more to go. I don't know if you were there, Cobalt, when I was talking about if I was to do Templars. I do like, do you remember the Great Crusades and stuff? The Knights Templar. I don't know if you were there when I was saying that. That's the kind of Templars I would paint. Which order? That's a great question. But you know, like the generic style, you know, like white armor, red crosses, that sort of thing. Very generic looking. And another one. Getting slightly faster at doing this now. But yeah, you know what I mean, Cobalt. Like, just like generic Knights Templar looking thing. White, red. That whole ordeal. Yeah, sure, that lot. That lot, sure. I'll be perfectly honest though, I was this close today to ordering some Star Wars Legion. And the next time that box goes on sale, I might just. You like history? Yeah. I can tell, dude. In a good way, of course. I think you're the last man standing, Cobalt. What TV shows have you been watching recently? Anything good happening on TV? Another one. Let me see. I have watched every one of your streams since the Impulsor one. It inspired me to revisit my Impulsor. Hey, nice one, man. Yeah, I still haven't done the battle damage for it yet. So therefore it's technically unfinished, but yeah, once I get the battle damage one done for it, it'll be 100%, and my hair keeps getting in my face. But yeah, man, I need to try and find somewhere else for this camera to go, because it is always just like in the light. So let's sit up there on that bottle. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so Maul Shadowlord was really good. I enjoyed that. Ah! I thought the Vader scene was really cool. Just how Maul didn't stand a fucking chance against Vader. I thought that was really cool. Let's see. Maul Shadow Lord brought me back to Star Wars. I checked out ever since Mando Season 3. Fair enough. Lazy Mini Painting. Good morning. How are you doing? Nids and lots of them. Yeah, I'm finally diving into my Leviathan box after all this time. And I decided, since I've just done 2 Space Marine combat patrols, that I would get started on the Nid half first. And I'm enjoying it. It's very different from painting Marines. Smeg. I just painted half my fucking hand. But yeah, very, very different from painting Marines, that's for sure. Mimi, hello again. Naku, just finished my own stream and caught you live. I've done 3 of those boxes and don't want to see another gaunt. You've done 3 Leviathan boxes! Mate. I understand why you don't want to see another gaunt after doing 3 boxes. How'd your stream go? You spent 5 hours on a drawing. Damn, girl. It's a long time. What did you draw? 3 boxes, 2 Norns, 2 Tyrants, Steamwind Wall, Mod, Podge, some TT, Combat, Orc Terrain. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I'd love to get me a Norn one day. That'd be sick. But I feel you on the whole Gaunt thing. Once these Gaunts are donezo, I will be very happy to see very few of these little buggers ever again. Just a character you made up. Oh, cool. If anything, you spent 10 hours on it. Damn, girl be grinding. It's a long time. Then again, I can't say anything, because I can spend hours upon hours painting little toy soldiers. So no judgment here. Oh, I missed the spiky bit. The claw! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to go! Cobalt, I'm going to say something that sounds like heresy. I soaked a brush in paint, twisted the bristles, let it dry. Now it has a super fine point. I'm going to try it on the stripes. Mate, do it! Whatever works for you, man. No judgment here. Total of 97 Gaunt variants. Termagaunt 60, Nudo Gaunt 22, Barb Gaunt 15. Dear God, man. So just a few then. Just a few. Just moving all this shit out my way so I can get into the camera better. So which armies do I collect? I don't actually really collect any armies. I don't play the game. I just collect the miniatures to paint, really, to be honest. But most recently, I have finished off painting 2 Space Marine combat patrols. And now I'm working my way through my Leviathan box. And once I finish my Leviathan box, I don't know. I'll see what I feel like painting. I'm very tempted to go and buy all the new Star Wars Legion stuff. Because I only managed to get a few Star Wars Legion projects done back in the day. And now they've gone and re-released their whole line, haven't they? With all their new prints and stuff. So I might end up doing some Star Wars Legion after this. Depends if I decide to go get the box or not. What about you? What armies do you collect? Tyranids by any chance? How am I supposed to get into that hoof without touching the fleshy bits? Just like that. Yeah, 1 or 2, and there's 15 leapers, 15 roofer bases, and a smattering of big bugs. Yeah, big bugs. We like big bugs and we cannot lie. No, I haven't gone full Games Workshop, no. No. The thing is, because I don't really play the game, I used to play it back in the day when I was like 20-ish years old. I had a guard army that I used to play with quite regularly, almost every week down at the local Games Workshop. But, no, I've not really played any games since then. The only games I played of 10th edition were a couple of games that my local store was hosting, which was called Learn to Play 10th edition with Combat Patrol. So I did, what, 5 matches of that? Lost 3, won 2. I had good fun, but they weren't proper games. They were just combat patrols to learn how to play the 10th edition version. Because back when I used to play with my guard army, there was like blast templates and all sorts of fun shenanigans, but they don't have blast templates anymore. So no, I don't really play enough to just collect one army. And plus, there's all sorts of miniature ranges out there, including Star Wars Legion, that have some just amazing miniatures. I don't think I could ever just paint one tabletop style game. Unfortunately, in the city I'm in, though, we don't have any other gaming store apart from a Warhammer shop. So if I wanted to play any of the other tabletops, I'm out of luck. Which is unfortunate, but the truth. You've got about 400 to 500 Space Marines, Tyranids, Eldar, Orcs, World Eaters. What's IG? What's that? What's IG? I'm very tired tonight. My brain isn't working 100%. Imperial Guard? Is it Imperial Guard? What about Trench Crusades? It's not really my style. If I'm perfectly honest, Trench Crusade isn't really my style. Yeah, Imperial Guard. Fair enough. Yeah. I'm still not sure if I want to go ahead and get the pre-orders for the new box. Do you know the 11th edition box? I'm undecided. Another one. Swiggy's in the chat. What's going on, man? Ooh, proxy for Engrok. Nice. Seems like we're back. For now. Give it a minute. Okay, that's way too watered down. Alright, I need a second to just have some coffee because I am dying here. Mimi, do I get a special role for joining your Discord? Yes, you get the role of cadet because you're new. I'll be getting 11th. I have both sides, so it makes sense. That's fair, dude. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I want to get 11th because I do want to get a lot of the new Star Wars Legion stuff. But then again, I want to try and paint some bolt action. You know, I want to try and paint some of the Fallout Wasteland miniatures, Star Wars Legion, Star Wars Shatterpoint, and a smattering of Warhammer stuff. There's just so many models I want to paint. You've changed up your Discord a lot. Yep, yes I have. Yes I have. There is no longer a queen. So remember 5 years ago when I was in that last relationship, Mimi? There's no longer a queen slot for anyone I might get into a relationship with. 5 years is a single Pringle. No slots for queens no more. See, do you know what the problem is, guys? I'm that tired, right? My monitor's only over there, and I can't read the chat without my glasses on. Lazy Sing, have a good one, fella. I'm off to bed. It's nearly 2 a.m. Yeah, it's the same for me. It's like 0149 right now for me. In the morning, 0149. But yeah, you have a good one, Lazy Mini Painting. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Swiggy saying it's only 9 o'clock. Where you're from? Where you're from, bud. But for me, it is almost 2 a.m. I come to you from the future. How you doing today, Swiggy? You alright, mate? You having a good one? Mimi, I'm gonna go to sleep. I have college. Alright, love. No worries. See you in a bit. You should rest. Yes, Mom. I'll be perfectly honest, mate. Even if I wasn't streaming this right now, I'd still be doing this off camera. So I want this stage of the model done. The next time I stream this, I want to be doing the dry brushing and highlighting of the purple armor, and I want to be doing the bases. So, I'll get round to it, bud. I'll get round to resting, don't you worry. But on autopilot for the most part, just waiting until I can go and get some new minis, yeah. What you thinking about picking up, mate? What's in your shopping cart? I guess I can call him Finest Fellas. Yes, you can call me whatever you like. I have been called a lot worse. Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings? I like both. I like both. I mean, Lord of the Rings goes way more into the fantasy than Game of Thrones does. But I like both, man. Although I'm not a big fan of the Rings of Power TV show. I think it's a bit crap. I was expecting a lot more from it. When they announced they were doing a Lord of the Rings TV show, I was so excited. What about you? Which one do you prefer? Or are you like me? Are you just like a general nerd and you like everything? It's like trying to ask me Star Wars or Star Trek. I like both. I could not choose between them. I like both. Hopefully more Guard, but if not, then some Age of Sigmar stuff. Or maybe I'll do that personal painting competition. Been putting that off for who knows how long. What personal painting competition? Your heresy brush works better for stripes. Excellent. Excellent. Also, nice glasses makes you look very studied. I actually hate my glasses. I hate having to wear them, but my eyes are so tired today that they, even with the glasses on, my eyes are struggling to focus on these small details. Oh, and Swiggy, no beard. I shaved my beard off. I look like a professor. A professor. I like it. Okay, now listen here, children. The class is now in session. Yes. Yes, that was my professor voice. There we go. Another one. How many we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 left. Let's go. How long is this taking me? Almost 3 hours? Oh my god. Oh my god. I dislike Game of Thrones so much because it has a moral framework that is contradictory and meaningless, but you can like it. Fair enough. The competition is for what scheme I should do for my Space Marine army. I'll be starting sooner or later. I don't know, man. Blood Ravens. Do the Blood Ravens, man. Nobody paint Blood Raven anymore. I'll tell you what else I need to do. Remember how I said in the Discord I need to set up a Discord bot to alert people when I'm going live? I also need to get a chat bot as well at some point set up. Although for that one, I'm not entirely sure what I would use. Blood Ravens could be fun. That is definitely a consideration, though I don't care much for Psychers. Aww. But the Blood Ravens. You know how you can crack your knuckles? I can do that with my chest and ribs. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, it's a bad habit doing it with my knuckles. I really need to stop it, he says, as he cracks his knuckles. It used to wind up my ex-wife so much. Cracking my knuckles like that. She hated it. You might have to go to the hospital because of it. Oh, damn, dude. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. First the tiger stripes. Yes. First the plastic crack. Got him done faster than I thought. 5 more to go. Cobalt, you'll have to share your work in the Discord for sure. I want to see more of those Tiger Stripe Marines. They're really cool. Ah, no worries, dude. Just whenever. Whereabouts in the world are you from, Cobalt? Are you in the UK or are you abroad? You travel a lot, but this year you are in the US of A. Getting there slowly, guys. I wonder if I'll do any highlights to these claws. it's 9 p.m. here. I typed my symptoms into the computer. Oh, you typed your symptoms into the computer. And I said I might have network connectivity problems. Oh, oh dear. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this last gaunt here at this stage, and I'm probably going to call it night, because my eyes are now getting heavy. Meaning, if I was to pop my head down on a pillow, I would probably fall asleep. I don't know how I'm even painting this accurately. I'm running off of, like, pure retard strength. I think if I was to let my eyes close, I think I'd probably fall asleep right here. Oh, give me a sec. Oh. And maybe some more of this coffee. Which is now finished. Alright, Swiggy. See you in a bit, my guy. I think the biggest challenge for me with these gaunts is going to be doing the stripes on the armor panels. And there we have it. Right, that is going to have to do it for tonight. Pick one alien grunt to show off and highlight him. Leave the others plain. That is what I do. I think that's a solid idea, mate. That's a really good idea. Absolutely. You could do silver highlights on the Space Marine backpacks. Do I do silver highlights on the Space Marine backpacks? Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes. Stripes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll quickly, before I end the stream, I'll throw a video up on YouTube of what I mean by that. Oh. Right. This is what I mean. If I turn that off. And there was a guy I was watching. This one. This sort of thing. See these stripes? To emphasize the carapace a bit more. That sort of thing. That's what I mean. So that's what I meant by stripes, bud. But yeah, that is a long way off. But thank you very much for hanging out and chilling out with me. But I am going to sleep. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Good night. Use the heresy brush.
In the spotlight, they rise to fame. Finest fellas, remember the name. Guitars blazing, they rock the scene. Streaming glory, living the dream. Charging up, can't bring us down. In the chaos, we're owning this town.